guys, welcome back to Everyday Mods Every Way. In today's video we do have a bit of a return to the channel. It's really exciting. We are going to be putting a dash cam in, show you guys how to install a dash cam. Pretty simple, but I think it's a great tutorial. It's a great thing to have, as we know, on Sydney roads. It kind of captures the stupidity of other people. Yeah, let's get into it and we'll show you how easy it can be.
What have we got here, Sean?
Alright, so the dash cam we're going to be installing is one of the Blackview ones. We've got an optional hardwire kit from Blackview as well here. So the Power Magic Pro, as you can see. So I'll explain to you guys real quick how it works. We got the basically the yellow wire here, which is going to be our constant power battery. This is the one that is going to be connected to the battery constantly, and it's going to have constant power even when the car's off. Okay, so then we're going to have the red wire here, which is our normal accessory wire. So that turns on when the ignition turns on. So that tells the basically dash cam that it's to run and not run off this basically. And then we also have our just ground. They're really cool little devices. You can set between 12 and 24 volts. 24 volts obviously for trucks, 12 volts for cars. Set when the cutoff is going to be, so if it detects your battery's reducing, it'll basically cut the power off. And then we also have timers on it, so you can select on the little switches here. It's very simple. What timers you want. So we've just done a 24-hour timer, but we can change it whenever. Maybe do 72 or infinite, and then it'll turn off. Basically, not drain your battery, which is really good. But yeah, so obviously the main one is we've got to find a constant power source. So what we've done is gone into the fuse box. Bring him around here. Can you show him?
Show 'em.
As you can see, we've got our voltage meter there, and I've basically just been testing some of the just fuses there to see which one is getting power when it's off. So the one we've actually gone to, let's have a look. Pretty cool little thing is we can splice into the original fuse there, and just use heat shrink, heat it up, and attach it on, and it's plug and play almost. So put that in. We've got two of them. One for the constant and one for the accessory, and plug it in and let's go. Yeah, alright guys, so we've switched around which ones we used. I just went in with the voltage meter and tested which one's good. So we ended up using the indicator fuse, which is number 19 for our 12 volt accessory, obviously because it's on when we turn the car on, and we also, it doesn't really know what it is, but I tested it, fuse 2 is constant as well. Difficult thing what we just ran into was there's all the spare ones, the fuses without any fuses in them don't have the little metal prongs inside them. So when you put our little fuse holder in, it doesn't stay in place. So that's why it has those little outlets, so you can put the old fuse back into it, which is good. But yeah, that should be all good. With the heat shrink, we're just going to get the lighter out and try to heat it up that way, and solder it up and get little cable ties and chuck it in. Let's go. Alright guys, so just an essential tip here, and a really cool feature of these little dongles, and why it's a good thing to have them is not only do they reuse the fuse that's already in the fuse box, but they also add another fuse. So they'll add another fuse to the job we've done here, which we've soldered the wires on instead of crimping, which is just a little bit easier method for us. We had the tools to do it. So yeah, put another fuse in so that the dash cam is not going to stuff up. So if there's an overload in the power system, it'll blow the fuse. So fantastic. Now you've got the dash cam, you've got a fuse for the constant power. That's really good, really good. I think that's probably the best, it's a really good reason why you should get some of these and do them instead of just tapping straight into the fuse box, because that can be dangerous. So this is a really good way to do it. So you can see there, 220 amps. It's awesome stuff. And then solder the wires on, put some electrical tape around that, chuck it back in, and let's put it up there. Sweet, sounds good.
Alright, so Shawnee's underneath there, he's tucking in all the wires. We managed to get it all connected, constant power, so even when the car's off, it'll stay on for 24 hours recording, and essentially that'll reset every time the car's turned on and off. So I think it's done a pretty good job. You don't want, the last thing you want on the Sydney roads is silly drivers messing you up, isn't that right, Shawnee?
Yeah, mate. No, not the EP3.
Not the EP3.
Especially as a nice asset of a car. We all know it's impossible to get front bumpers for EP3s.
Yeah.
Literally impossible. So if anyone writes it off, I'm not paying that excess.
No way. It's too good, mate.
No way. Let them pay it. So yeah, that's what this is for. But it's a great peace of mind, I think, especially as we modify the car more. I think it's a good investment, just along with your insurance, having that proof of, you know, you haven't messed your car up. It's fantastic.
Agreed, mate. Agreed.
Let's try to find
All right. So wires all nicely tucked away.
That's it.
Camera's still powered on.
We've just sneaked the wire up the top here above the headliner for reference, coming
You can
down
see
here,
it.
and just through the A pillar here. I need to fix this up a little bit, but just comes down through here,
It's alright. It's pretty good.
all underneath, and it's all behind the dash. There's a lot of wires to the kit. Like, I think it's a bit too long.
Yeah.
Probably for a bigger car, it can do a truck. But look, I just tried. I would suggest maybe even cutting some of it off and shortening it, but I just threw it all there and cable tied it all together.
And you'll get these little cable ties here, really small. Pretty good for tucking everything away, making sure everything's nice and managed.
I bought them separately though, so
you bought those separately. Okay,
make sure you get them.
get them because they're
Because
essential.
it doesn't come with anything like that. You need it to just tuck it away, and you know when you got those wires coming to the fuse box, you don't want them flinging around. You want them to be secure.
That's it.
So put that in. Yeah, find those fuses that are good. Use that two fuse holders. Don't do anything else. 100%. That's the safest way to do it. They've got their own circuit, their own fuses. So if an overload happens, we're safe. So that's really good, I think. And yeah, now we're ready. Obviously, Blackview are really good. If someone comes too close to your car, it'll remember it. If they feel any shock, it'll remember it. They're really good products and really popular on a lot of premium cars. And I think that kit's fantastic. I think it's honestly it's worked really well. So that's
Yep.
it.
Too easy.
Yeah, thanks for watching today, guys. Yeah, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and yeah, you'll see more of it soon.
Everyday mods every week.